Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and I am back with Sam Ryder, and this song is called Spaceman. It's a request from one of the viewers, so thank you very much for that. If you would like your request, just let me know. If you'd like to bump it up, check in the description, and there are ways to get your request within 1 or 2 days rather than waiting on the regular list, which is weeks long now. But that's great. Keep your information coming and suggestions, recommendations. I read all of your messages. I try to answer as many as I possibly can. If you would like to help the channel some more, there are ways to donate in the description, but an easy way also is just hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and yeah, it's an easy way to support the channel. Thank you to everyone who has already supported the channel and gives continuing support. I appreciate every one of you. Also, there'll be a link to Sam Ryder's channel in the description, so you can go there, subscribe to him, like his videos, and support the artist as well. We will look at the lyrics afterwards for this particular song. So let's go with Spaceman. It says underneath me, their road to Eurovision Song Contest. There are closed captionings, or at least it says there are, so we'll see whether or not they work. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and I'll try to keep myself out of the way, but it is tricky sometimes with this software. And yeah, all right, let's go with Sam Ryder. He's amazing. I really love being introduced to him.
If I was an astronaut, I'd be floating in midair, and a broken heart would just belong to someone else down there. I would be the center of my lonely universe, but I'm only human.
I'm going to start over. I thought they were on, but they weren't on.
If I was an astronaut, I'd be floating in midair, and a broken heart would just belong to someone else down there. I would be the center of my lonely universe, but I'm only human, and I'm crashing down to earth. If I was an astronaut, I'd have a bird's eye view. I'd circle around the world and keep on coming back to you. In my floating castle, I'd rub shoulders with the stars, but I'm only human.
What a beautiful voice and such a high register here. Love the way they've done some of the video too, showing us kind of how they produce the video, I suppose. Yeah, really amazing, but his voice is something different, something really different.
I'd circle around the world and keep on coming back to you. In my floating castle, I'd rub shoulders with the stars, but I'm only human, and I'm drifting in the dark. I'm up in space now. Up in space now. I searched around the universe, been down some black holes. There's nothing but space, and I wanna go home. If I was an astronaut, I'd speak to satellites. My navigation systems would search for other life, but I'd be up there thinking about what I left behind, 'cause I'm only human with the real world on my mind. I'm up in space now.
Nice.
Up in space now. I searched around the universe, been down some black holes. There's nothing but space, and I wanna go home. Gravity keeps pulling me down. As long as you're on the ground,
good. I'm going to back up a little bit and come back into that. But yeah, his voice all the way through is really, really exceptional. I love the way they've done the video, sort of showing how they're doing various things through this contest, I guess, which I never seen. But yeah, that's great. I think I was going to mention something else, and now I've totally forgotten what I was going to mention. So there you go. Let me just continue on.
I'll stick around. I'll be space. I'll be space.
Hi.
I searched around the
I think that was Graham Norton there. I remember what I was going to say like 2 seconds after I started it up again. Yeah, that's Graham Norton there. But yeah, the closed captioning, it's sometimes good, but sometimes it's off here too. So, but we are going to look at the lyrics afterwards anyways. Yeah, I love the Graham Norton show. I haven't seen it for a long time, but
I searched around the universe, been down some black holes. There's nothing but space, man. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Nothing but nothing but nothing but space. Nothing but
gorgeous.
nothing but nothing but space. I've searched around the universe, been down some black holes, nothing but space, man. And I wanna go home.
Nice. Very beautiful. Such a sweet voice all the way through, but particularly just near the end here. Now I'm going to get the wrong timing, but let's just see.
Holes, nothing but space, man. And I wanna go home.
That was a nice run, but not what I was trying to capture there. But nevertheless, beautiful, beautiful voice all the way through. And some points it just hits you very powerfully. Great lyrics too, but I'm going to look at the lyrics separately. I like the videography as well, sort of showing his journey, I guess, through this contest and thanking everybody for supporting him up to this particular point. And that's always good to see too, to recognize that there are so many people that help us. Whether you don't have to be a star or singer or anything, just in your in regular lives, everyone helps at some point, and sometimes we don't always recognize how much other people do. So it's always good to do that and recognize one another back and forth so that we can support one another. Life is difficult enough. Let's have a look at the lyrics now. Spaceman by Sam Ryder. If I was an astronaut, I think it's supposed to say there. I pulled these lyrics right off of his video. I'd be floating in midair, and a broken heart would just belong to someone else down there. I would be the center of my lonely universe, but I'm only human, and I'm crashing down to earth. So yes, we can't escape so easily. We can't just float up above everything else, looking down. Yeah, but sometimes it's a wish that it wasn't your heart that was hurting, that it wasn't your heart that was breaking, and you could just be floating and not have that connection, not have that pain. If I was an astronaut, I'd have a bird's eye view. I'd circle around the world and keep on coming back to you. In my floating castle, I'd rub shoulders with the stars, but I'm only human and I'm drifting in the dark. Yeah, the lyrics are great fun. But they have some deeper meaning as well, of course. The fact that we are human, that we have these emotions, we have these feelings and connections, and that in fact we do live on Earth, and we're grounded in some sense, at least. In my floating castle, yeah. I'm up in space, man. Up in space, man. I've searched around the universe, been down some black holes. There's nothing but space, man, and I want to go home. So I'm not sure if I'm reading this right, but in a sense, I think, this escape doesn't work for multiple reasons. But the fact is, it would be much more lonely to not have had the experience than to have the experience. As painful as it could be, and it can be sometimes, it's better to have had it than just be blank, just be nothing, just be space, just be disconnected. So connections, relationships, experiences can be really painful sometimes, but you know you're not always better off for it because there are some that you're not. But I think in general you are. I think in general you learn and you grow and you develop and you sometimes later on even cherish some of those things that were seemed insurmountable and horrible at the time. But now they're a part of you and a part of your life and a part of your experience, and hopefully you can help other people too to cope and find their path through. Although everyone's path's a bit different, you can at least give some kind of guidance maybe. If I was an astronaut, I'd speak to satellites. My navigation systems would search for other life, but I'd be up here thinking about what I left behind because I'm only human with the real world on my mind. I like that. The real world is what we need to deal with, not the fantasy world. Maybe one day we will be on other planets. I don't know. I won't be around, uh, but nevertheless, the fact is there's no escaping it. And even if we were living on Mars or something, but if we had a relationship there, we would be faced with the same things we're faced with here, probably. Um, yeah, so he's thinking about what he left behind because I'm only human with the real world on my mind. I'm up in space, man, up in space, man. I've searched around the universe, been down some black holes, so really difficult times, perhaps, or just speaking literally of black holes. There's nothing but space, man, and I want to go home. So yeah, there's no escaping it, even in a black hole. Your heart is at home with your relationship, I guess. Gravity keeps pulling me down. As long as you're on the ground, I'll stick around. I actually thought we were at the end there. I'm up in space, man, up in space, man. I've searched around the universe and I'm just looking for anything that I haven't already read. Nothing but space. Yeah, so we basically were anyway. Um, excellent, excellent. Yeah, really good lyrics. Different way, of sort of imagining or talking about um, relationships or experiences on Earth or in your real life, in human lives, where we are all faced with troubles sometimes. And we'd like to go to space, or sometimes I just want to go live in a cave and get away from all these people and everything. It's just so annoying. I have a love-hate relationship with humanity, and that includes me, except it leans more hate on me than other people. I'm much more generous or forgiving of others than I am of myself. I think that's true of a lot of people. But sometimes you just want to give up and take off and live in a cave or live in space. But then, what good would that do? Then there's nothing. Like he says, there's just space. So there's no connection. There's no relationship. There's no fixing it either. It might be a break, might be a vacation, but it wouldn't do for long, I don't think. All right, excellent. I loved it. And his voice is really, really good. I really enjoy Sam Ryder's voice. It's something different, I think. Let me know what you think of this particular song or Sam Ryder in general. Let me know what else you might want to hear from Sam Ryder or anyone else. If you want your request bumped up, check in the description. There are ways to do that, also ways to donate to the channel to help even more. Pushing that subscribe button is totally free, and that helps the channel too, as well as your comments and suggestions and information. I love all of those things, and that also helps the channel. So we're growing nicely. I forget where we were today, 5,100 and change, I think, but that's at recording. By the time this is posted, it could be a bit more. So let's keep it going. It's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Keep listening, keep having fun. Bye-bye for now.